Hey, welcome to Late Night Football Talk. I'm your host, Nick Manzaro. Today I got Joe with me. We're going to be kind of doing our recap episode. Pats at Browns, Bucks at Pittsburgh, Bills at Chiefs, Cowboys at Eagles. If you'd like to hear my preview, you can look at the last episode. And tonight we'll kind of go through the rest of the games as well. How's it going, Joe?
Going pretty good. Good day of football.
Oh, yeah, week 6. Ugh. We only got one more game left. It wasn't my best day.
Yeah, no, I was pretty happy. My two favorite teams, the Giants and Patriots, won, and then seeing Tom Brady lose always makes me happy.
Well, the only thing I can say is I would trade Brady losing for the Chiefs losing.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I would much prefer the Chiefs lose than Brady win today.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I wanted the Chiefs to win as well.
If any of you guys don't know, I can't stand the Chiefs.
Yeah. He's afraid of Pat Mahomes, taking over for Tom Brady, having a better quarterback career.
No. Hey, I'm defensive.
Yeah.
I gotta protect the guy.
Yeah.
The legacy.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. So let's hop into the first game here. Enough of the chit chat. Down to brass tacks here. Business. Patriots at Browns, 38-15. Wow.
Beautiful game. Beautiful game.
The game was a lot closer than that.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
No,
it was.
no, it wasn't.
It got ugly fast at the end.
No,
I just meant like score wise. Like it was
sure.
That 38-15. Like I feel like 15 of the 10 of those points.
They were 24-15. With like 8 minutes left in the game, and then the Browns just shit themselves. Like they did typical Brown stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
I knew this game was going to be like hell for the Browns, like the first play when Prescott gets picked off.
Oh, it was great. Second play.
Second play? Okay,
yeah,
second play, yeah.
It was great. Kyle Duggar. I mean, that guy is a monster.
No, he's super athletic.
Yeah, he's probably one of their best defensive players right now, and it's not even close.
In my preview, I was like, I don't trust Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that was true, guys. See? I know what I'm talking about.
How can you guys? Been in the league for 7 years. He's been on 4 different teams. Never a real starter. He's just
but he's been playing good.
Guy.
He has been playing good.
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't trust him against a Belichick defense because they have the book on him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Pats defense this year has been dominant anyway. I mean, people are trying to say that the Bucks. I mean, the Pats.
People
defense,
are just me.
Just you. The Pats defense is not for real, but. They are. They shut down the number 1 scoring offense last week. They shut down the number 1 rushing offense this week. They're dominant. They take what you're good at and stop it.
Yeah, they do. I mean, that's Belichick's thing.
Yeah.
It's like what is it? The Chinese general, Sun Shu, whatever.
I don't know.
Anyways, he's big into the art of war, Belichick. But, yeah, so, I mean, the Cleveland Browns, see, I just knew this was going to be a shit show. Well, they were down Ward.
Yeah.
And then, who's the other guy they were down?
Javion Clowney.
Yeah, Clowney.
Yep.
And I don't think, this is not an excuse, but Garrett looks like he's like hurt after every play.
Well, I mean, Garrett was in that car accident a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he did leave the field at the end of the game.
I don't think he completely recovered from that.
I mean, he had 2 sacks. I mean, so are we really going to say that he was...
Yeah, but he's like literally laying down after the sacks. Like, I can't move.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying he isn't hurt. I'm not sure. But he wasn't the reason they lost.
No.
So he was still just as dominant as he always is. I don't think he...
Hey, did Wise get hurt?
I don't think so.
I remember him kind of down, and then he got carried off to or not carried off to the side, but like helped to the trainers after the sideline at some point in the game. Yeah.
Well, Christian Barmore did.
Yeah, he had the right knee injury.
Yeah, he was coming into the game with a knee injury as well.
And he was on the sideline. I heard them talking on the radio, because I was driving.
Yep.
Around halftime, and back from halftime, he was on the sideline doing plays. And he was suited up. His ankle was wrapped over his knee. Mm-hmm. And they said, the announcers were like, I think he's going to come back in. And then they were like, oh, we just got word that he's out. But he was still going through drills.
Oh, yeah.
So it looks like he probably could have came back, which tells me He's gonna be back next week.
Yeah. Well, like I said, a couple
It's
weeks
not
he's been dealing with an injury, that knee. So,
Yeah.
if they needed him, they probably would have put him out there. But they were probably like, we're playing the Browns. They're not really doing nothing against us right now. We could probably spare him. But, there is one thing about this game that's really going to bother me is all these, zappy time guys are really going to piss me off because
I've got a little zappy fever.
Yeah, it's sickening.
Hey, at this point, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't play Mac until Zappy loses.
Well, I'm not going that far.
Why not?
Don't play Mac until he's fully healthy.
So next week, he's coming back next week. Then.
Well, I mean, if he's fully healthy, like even if he's like 85%, don't play Mac. Zappy's doing fine.
Come on.
No, yeah, I let Mac get 100%, and then bring him back. Bring him back against the first game against the Jets. Let him sit out one more time. We don't need Mac against the Bears.
Oh, that's a tough game. The Jets are looking good, man.
Hey,
they beat the Packers, right?
They did, yeah, because the Packers have been looking awesome this year.
Well, the Bucs lost to them, and then also the Pats lost to them.
Yeah, but both.
But
those
no,
games
they're shit.
Yeah, they're trash.
Even though Christian Watson, their rookie,
yep,
he couldn't go. I have him on my fantasy team, but
he was out this game.
He was out. Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
He's kind of they really don't have many options as it is.
No.
So if you can even get to Rodgers,
yeah. If Aaron Jones isn't
his
doing
line
nothing,
is not playing. Like Bakhtiari is not at.
Well, he's been out for freaking 2 years.
Yeah, he's just. I don't know if he'll ever recapture what he was.
Probably not. And like I said, if Aaron Jones, doesn't go off, then it's basically nothing because.
And Aaron Jones is a stud, but
absolutely.
But anyways, okay. So the Pats at Browns. I'll give you some time of possession. Pats 35 minutes versus the Browns 25 minutes. Yep. Patriots only had 20 first downs versus the Browns 16. Mm-hmm. 400 yards versus 328. See where I'm saying? Like right there. That kind of in the passing yards, 301 for the Patriots, 258 for the Browns. And they had more than double the points. You see what I mean? So it's really you can tell they just capitalize on every mistake the Browns made.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did throw 2 interceptions. I'm pretty sure they had like 3 fumbles in the game. I mean, and just in the fourth quarter, they had that fumbled punt at the end of the game. Jacoby Brissett fumbled, so just in the fourth quarter alone, they had those 2 fumbles.
I think they were trying to reach, and it's not good for them.
Yeah.
I'm every week I say this. Teams need to get up on the Pats.
Yeah.
Like that's what Baltimore did when they lost. If you don't get up on the Pats, you're gonna lose.
Well, Baltimore didn't really get up on the Pats. They just they
took the lead, never gave.
They stayed with the Pats, and then at the end of the game, they took the lead.
That whole fourth quarter, they took the lead and just never gave it back.
Yeah,
they just
the Pats were making mistakes at that point.
Well, but that's what you need. Mm-hmm. Like you need to with the Patriots offense because they're a run-based offense. Stevenson looks fucking awesome. What's his stats?
Good.
You have his stats for the game?
I do. Yeah, he was. He wasn't that great, but he was 19 carries for 76 yards, 2 touchdowns, two huge touchdowns.
But the whole game changed on that 30-yard run or whatever it was.
Yeah, that big touchdown run
that sealed it.
Yep.
And the Browns' right corner, he bit way too much into the inside. He gave him the outside edge, and he just went around him. There's no one else there.
He's a cornerback. He doesn't want to tackle anyway. He wants to run away from a big guy like Ramondre Stevenson.
I mean, that guy's a load. So,
I'd run away too. I'm 300 pounds and I'm still running away. So, but
okay. So what are some things that kind of stood out to you in this game?
Bailey Zappi. I mean, how can he not stand out to you in this game? I didn't think that he looked that great the last 2 games where everybody was saying it's Zappi time and all this stuff. This game, he looked legit. Like, he looked like a really great quarterback. He commanded the offense, no issues. Yeah.
He's playing fast.
He could be. If Mac Jones needs to be out 3-4 weeks, whatever, and then Bailey Zappi plays these next 3 or 4 weeks and plays just like he did today, I can see him not giving Mac Jones the job back until he loses a game. But he's just not as good as Mac Jones. I don't think he's as polished. I think
what I think is affecting Mac Jones? Mac Jones, his confidence level is really high, but at the same time, I think he's thinking too much. He's trying to make changes at the line. He's screwing himself because Zappi's just doing what he's told and you gave me the 5-yard run, I'll take the 5-yard run.
Yeah.
Oh, you took the run away, I'll toss it right over you.
Yep.
Bang, bang. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And like Mac is overthinking it, trying to get cute in some areas, and I think it screws him over.
Yeah, I absolutely. I can see that. You know.
And I think the Patriots are better. Like, I mean, look at Brady's my guy, right? What do they always say? Brady he doesn't care if he gets 100. If it takes him 100 passes to get down the field.
Yeah.
As long as as there's time on the clock, and he'll chop his way down there.
Yep. You take what's there. You know?
And so, like, I kind of like that.
So, what about Tyquan Thornton? Like, this was the real. I mean,
he
came back last week, but he didn't really do anything. This game, he was really the game that he's back from his injury.
Yeah, he's a difference maker, and that's also why I think Aguilar was out.
Yep.
Because they had him back. He looked healthy.
Yeah.
Which is the big thing with him. Also, he looked so fast.
Absolutely.
I mean, they started like handing the ball off to him and let him run like swing passes.
Yep.
Keep doing it.
Absolutely.
Looked awesome.
Let him be your little trick play guy. All these little things. He was fantastic. I mean, he didn't have like a huge game. Only 4 catches, 37 yards, but he had the 2 touchdowns.
He stood out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like when he made plays.
Yep.
Like you could tell that I'll tell you what, he looked better than the people around him.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And those are the kind of plays you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Devontae Parker, he's starting to come along too. There was that one catch on the sideline. I mean, where I was always complaining about him earlier in the year. You got to go up and fight for the ball. He actually fought for that ball on the sideline. He went up and he.
It was a good catch.
Yeah, it was nice. Contested catches is what we need.
Yeah.
So.
I don't. None really stand out to me, but I'm looking at this and it says 12 penalties for the Pats.
Boy.
For 7 for the Browns.
Crazy.
That sucks.
You never hear about that from a Bill Belichick team at all.
No, yeah, that's crazy.
Yep. You must have been happy. I'm sure you played Hunter Henry in your fantasy league this week.
I did, so I was happy at that.
Yeah, the first game.
I want to say it was 16 or 18 points I got.
Yeah.
It would have been better. Didn't they take the touchdown away from him though?
No.
Oh, okay, I was trying to think because he had a couple other plays and he was just getting hit.
Yeah.
He could have had a lot more.
Oh, absolutely.
But maybe that's my secret. That's why I want Zappy to stay in because he was getting shit when Mac was there.
Yeah.
Or they're saying, hey, just dump it off to the guy who's open, and Mac doesn't want to do it because he wants Parker or Bourne to get it. Right?
Sure. Yep.
Okay, so anything else you want to talk about this game? I think we're pretty much good, right?
Yeah. Besides, I mean, obviously the Pats defense. We already touched on that. They're looking good.
They're looking pretty good.
Even though it was the Browns, they're looking dominant. They're getting pressure on the quarterback. They're getting interceptions. They're a ball hawking, defense. That's.
You think they're that much of a ball hawk though?
Yeah. But they've had.
I think it was Jacoby Brissett.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I expect Watson to look pretty good when he comes back, or at least that's what I think he will.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
But I bet you that team has a lot of talent. I feel like that team has more talent than the Pats.
Yeah, they might. I'm not,
And that, like, their tight end, Njoku.
Yeah.
He had a really good catch there, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or a couple moments where he came up, and that guy's awesome.
Yeah.
Their line looked okay. They could run the ball, but they didn't really take over, and they didn't have any chance to.
No, they didn't run the ball good at all. I mean, Nick Chubb only had 12 carries, 56 yards, and a lot of that came, in the fourth quarter because Chubb was finally starting to look good, but then they went down so big they couldn't even run it no more.
Exactly.
So,
okay. All right. Let's move on to the next one, which is a game that you probably didn't watch as much, right? I was dual screening it.
Yeah.
Buccaneers versus Steelers. All right. We got to cover this because I'm a Bucs fan and I got to get this shit off my chest. Because I got to listen to you, who doesn't watch the game but like catches clips of it, and I'm getting like in group text just being like killed. All right. The Bucs line's a problem. Okay, that's the big problem here. Now, is Brady playing stellar? No, not at all. But he's not the source of the problem. The real source of the problem is the fucking line, especially the left side, where the center's not pulling for like anything, and even if he does, I mean, they tried. Okay, so Brady's signature play. What's his signature play when they need a yard? He QB sneaks it, and he almost always gets it. He fucking QB sneaked it during this game. It was like if everyone just stood up, and he was just like running in place as the guy was holding him. And all I'm thinking is like, hey, buddy, this play was over. Like, and everyone's grabbing him. I feel like I heard whistles, and he's still trying to run. But it was just pathetic. Honestly, their line gets no push. They're constantly, men downfield. Brady was. There's a kind of a Twitter thing right now of him bitching him out on the sideline. Like, Jesus, they're terrible. Mm-hmm. Even like Wirfs, who's pretty good, is just he's fucking up. He'll get penalties on him. He's just fucking up, making dumb plays.
Yeah.
The Steelers had nothing but backup defensive backs, and they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Like, they should be way better.
Yeah. I like I said, I didn't watch the game, but I do know that Pittsburgh, their top 3 cornerbacks were all out. Minka Fitzpatrick was out. T.J. Watt was out. So like their best players weren't in the game, and this is what happens. I mean, they just got destroyed by the Bills.
Yeah, but there's no pressure. I mean, there's too much pressure. I can only imagine if T.J. Watt was in this game.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, and it's up the middle. It's on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Brady can get it off, and he's still getting it off quick. So, like, you'll see stats where he's, like, the least pressured quarterback.
Yep.
But he's just, like, boom. He knows he has to dump it off
Yep.
right away because these guys suck that bad.
Yep.
And I do think, like, there's moments where they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Godwin, you can tell he's, like, after every play, he's just, like the same thing as Garrett I was mentioning. Every play, he's just, like, you see him wincing, and, like, he's still kind of, like, hurt because he's getting – He's like hit, but he's like hit and like spinning in the air kind of deal. And Evans did not show up in this game. He had like 30 yards.
Yeah, he had 42 yards, 4 catches. Chris Godwin, 6 for 95.
Yeah, so game. Like it's because a lot of them. He'd have like a bullet from Brady.
Mm-hmm.
And did he catch every one of his?
No, he had 12 targets.
Okay,
so he only caught 50% of his targets.
But those were at pretty good moments where he needed it and he would come up with it. K. Dotton had a really good catch in this game. So Cameron Brate, which is a little scary, he actually got carted off. He was
really?
given a thumbs up, but he just had a concussion 2 weeks ago. Was dealing with concussion injuries from that, and then he got hit again, grabbed his head, laid down. They had to put him on a stretcher. I know things have been going on in the NFL right now, so they're not really taking every precaution necessary.
Absolutely, as they should.
As they should, right?
Yeah.
And so they laid him down on the stretcher, and he was kind of giving the thumbs up. I think it was just precaution there, but hopefully everything's good there because, I mean, he's a vet at this point. It kind of makes me nervous that he's just going to be like, all right, guys, I can't get any – I might be done for the year because I can't get another concussion here.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean,
and I wouldn't even blame him. It's just they're just so down.
Yeah.
But K. Dotton, as a rookie, was making he made a really nice diving play.
Did he?
For on the 4th down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. So he's coming along.
There's one thing. I mean, I see Russell Gage only has 4 targets and 2 receptions. I never was high on Russell Gage anyway, but they signed him to a pretty decent little contract.
He basically is like invisible.
Yeah. So it's like, why would you have signed him to this little contract if you're not really gonna use him?
So he had an injury too.
Did he?
A couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And I don't know if he's completely back from that because he was on the injury report.
Mm-hmm.
My thing with him is, I think he's on Brady's doghouse shit list sometimes, and so he won't get the same looks.
Mm-hmm.
He's in like Scotty Miller territory. That's kind of where it is. Like, if I absolutely need to throw to you, I will throw to you. And then I'll bitch at you later because you're fucked up or something. And that's kind of what it seems to me. I've been watching Brady long enough where you can tell. He might make some good plays at sometimes, but there's always issues there.
Yep. You don't think
Julio didn't play yet?
No.
He's been fucking out since like week 2.
Yeah.
Sucks.
You don't think that's a Brady issue though? Like, he doesn't want to work with these guys to get them ready. I mean, sure, you're working with them in practice and whatnot, but you're not giving them the opportunity during games really to. Well,
no, because he's throwing to him.
I mean, he only had. Sure, he only had 4 targets. I mean. He was signed to a pretty decent contract. He's their third guy. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans only had 4 targets too.
Right, so
I can't really.
Some of Godwin's targets though, he tripped up. Yeah. They threw to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he went for like a small out route.
Mm-hmm.
It was going to be like a like a bam, you know what I mean? Like he makes his break, he gets the ball kind of deal for a first down.
Yep.
And he'd already slipped, and like, okay, that's a target, right?
And I do know
and there was a bunch of those where it hits the ground before it gets to him,
Yeah.
so that's a target, but he didn't catch it. And it's like he's not gonna catch it.
Yeah, and I know targets are like whoever's closest to the ball.
Yeah.
So that's not really a big
But like
thing.
if it standing up hit his hands, he caught it like every time.
Yeah.
So they just settle for field goals.
Yeah.
So
They are doing that a lot.
yeah, and
They are one of the worst offenses in the league right now.
they miss Gronkowski so bad.
And he ain't going to come back if they keep losing games.
No,
especially games like the Steelers, because, I mean, the Steelers are dog shit. Like, they're a bad team.
No, they're a bad team. What's funny is I think we win that game. The Bucs, if Pickett stays in.
Oh, maybe. It's possible.
Trubisky was thrown all over. If you look at his
I have his stats right here.
the field chart.
Yep.
Like, but if you look at where his throws were good and bad, it's like green everywhere.
Well, I don't even need to duck
all
because
over the field.
Pickett was 11 for 18 for only 67 yards.
Yep.
Trubisky 9 for 12, 144 yards. I mean,
See?
he came in. He had a QB a rating of 142.4. He came in and was just
And they were like, okay, 3rd and 15. Oh, no problem. Let me just huck it over here. Sideline catch, bang.
Yep.
And
Pittsburgh's wide receivers.
Yeah, Pittsburgh wide receivers are just so damn good that it's just impossible. Almost no team, not even the Bills have as good of an offense. If Josh Allen was on that team, I can only fucking imagine.
Insane.
Forget what he's got there. He would ditch them in a second.
I think so. I mean, Chase Claypool, just.
Oh my God, I can't imagine with the
Johnson.
type of arm that Allen has.
Yeah.
Oh, and even Najee Harris.
Yeah, George Pickens, the rookie. I mean, he's.
Oh, that guy's going to be
awesome.
number one pretty soon.
Yep,
he might even be their number one now. Deontay Johnson's quiet though now with Pickett. Maybe he'll come back with Trubisky, but I know fantasy owners are probably pissed at that.
Yeah. So there is one thing that I do get bothered by. I mean, you did say it already. Brady's like not getting any help. Why is it that when Brady and the teams are playing really well, all the credit is given to Brady? You're not saying, "Oh, well, the offensive line was blocking so good for Brady to have all that time to do something."
No, I might.
But I mean,
I might. If that's the case, like, because when Fournette's running good, like Fournette's running into a wall right now.
Yeah.
And so that's why they had him swinging out to the sides.
Sure.
He's doing like swing passes and screens because you watch him now. He's a thumper.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit like we'll talk later about like Elliott.
Yeah.
Elliott was killing it tonight.
Absolutely.
But he's got holes to run through. The guys are actually moving forward.
Yeah.
And they're actually pushing the guys back. Literally, the Bucs are being pushed back. He's got arms on him before he even hits the line.
Yeah. I mean, it does look like he struggled. Only averaged 3 yards a carry.
And
so
that's not because of he's a guy who tries every time.
Absolutely.
And if he's getting low yards like that, it's because they're already swarming him.
Yeah.
And because the line sucks. I mean, that just tells you right there.
Sure.
But no, I agree with you. So it's because it's Brady and the Bucs. It's like Tampa Bay,
Yeah.
It just comes with the position. Like when you think of the Packers, you think Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
You think if the Chiefs win, it's because Mahomes is awesome.
Yeah.
It just comes with the position. That's all it is.
Well, I mean, not for me because
not when you have the Patriots. It's not because Mac is awesome or
it wasn't because Tom Brady was awesome in my opinion either, though.
No, well,
it was
when you have the elite of the elite or like an insanely good person at that position, they do get the credit.
Sure, but now that we're seeing it, Tom Brady has the elite of the elite right now at wide receiver.
Oh,
of course he does.
They're okay. No,
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. You were just talking about the Steelers, receiving core. Tell me that Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are not better than all. Mike Evans is better than any receiver on the Steelers. I'm not going to say the same about Chris Godwin.
Well, I'm a high on Chris Godwin. I like Chris Godwin. But like I said, he's like injured. Like he doesn't look the same. Yeah. He has flashes of the same.
Yep.
Evans, it's weird. Like I would agree with you. Like if this was like for some reason, like he like plays to his competition. Like he wasn't even okay, so we're playing Chiefs. He needs to like a 60-yard bomb.
Sure.
He'll be wide open.
Yep.
But then all of a sudden he plays like a third, fourth string corner on the Steelers. and the guy's blanket coverage. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
Well, my only point with this whole thing is that, the Patriots didn't always have a lot of talent at wide receiver.
No, but they were always sound.
They didn't always have a lot of talent at offensive line.
No,
they didn't always.
They had the best offensive line coach in the league.
But there you go,
Scarnecchia.
Why? Sure, but
Brady's yelling at these line. The line coach is like just sitting there with his head down, kind of like, I'm not talking. Brady's talking. I'm not saying shit.
Sure, but they weren't. Still,
I can't even tell you his name, and I'm a Bucs fan.
I'm just saying they still weren't that great of an offensive line.
Well, it's because, like I said, it's a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Rookie left guard with a center. That's just he doesn't have. Okay, so Jensen is a guy who you didn't have to worry about. Jensen's like Leonard Fournette and like Brady.
Jensen's
like
a monster.
No, but he's gonna start yelling.
Yeah.
He might even get a penalty because he's that riled up, right? Yeah. He's not gonna lose. He doesn't take that shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
These guys are like sitting there quietly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I bet you Brady wouldn't even be yelling like that to Jensen. Jensen might punch him in the head.
Yeah. Possible.
You know what I mean? That's the kind of thing I think of. And like Donovan Smith, who I think is overrated.
Oh, he's horrible.
I don't like him at all.
Horrible.
Now Wirfs is awesome, so I expect him to be good. That's why I preface it by saying like, dude, even he's fucking up because he's an all-pro. I would take Wirfs over almost if I was building my team. He's the first person I'd pick out of everybody. But Donovan Smith, even like the guy comes in for him, Walden, and the penalty right away. It's just like, and then you're back 5 yards. Well, you can't even finish the 10 yards. In some cases you can, but you're fighting for like every yard.
Yeah.
But it's so weird because at the same time, Brady has a 2 minute or 1 minute, and they go hurry up.
Mm-hmm.
There's one of two options that's going to happen. The first option, they hurry up, and within 30 seconds they're already off. They're off the field. Second option, he's slinging passes, caught,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, well, where the fuck is this when you just do like regular playing?
Yeah, I know what you're
it's
saying.
Insane. He has like that ability to speed things up for himself, and then the line, it helps the line.
Okay. Well, I was only bringing this up because
go for it.
Living here in the New England area, it's Tom Brady was the reason the Patriots were good.
I still think so.
Sure, but again, you just said they had the best offensive line coach.
Oh, they did.
So,
100%.
So Tom Brady, isn't good with the Bucs right now because of their offensive line. But you think that Tom Brady was the best here, and he was the reason why we were good.
I can tell you all the linemen that played for Brady, though.
Okay.
But it's one of those positions like you expect them to be good.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's all.
But okay, like when we've lost, I can tell you why we've lost. In the Phillies Super Bowl, we had our third string right tackle.
Hold on to the ball. Don't let it come out of your hands.
Brady. I honestly, at that play, I thought we were going to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the Pats were going to win. I was like, Brady, 2 minutes, no problem. He's scoring. We're winning this game. And it wasn't even – it was like a back of a backup. I can't think of the guy's name right now. But he used to be just our extra tackle for power plays.
Mm-hmm.
And another time, 2015 against the Broncos. We didn't know the snap count was really loud. Brian Stork.
Mm-hmm.
Was getting killed.
But again, Brian Stork, trash.
Well, but he was great in the 2014 Super Bowl.
But he was trash. He wasn't
2015,
good.
Horrendous.
You're talking about he had one good year. Donovan Smith had a good year, but now you're calling him trash too.
When do you have a good year?
Oh, he's had good years. He had good years with Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think he's hit or miss. I'll give him credit for his penalties are less and less because when Brady first got there, he was a penalty machine.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have more tolerance for like Jensen like penalties when at least you're fired up and you're you know that they're gonna try their hardest.
Yeah,
but
I know what you're saying.
All right, so anyways, Bucs lost. I'm not even really upset about it, to be honest with you. You know what I hope that they get from this game? Just in finishing thoughts, I hope like someone's smacking them in the face and I hope that you could hear the yelling from that locker room, just going like, what the hell are we doing, guys? They need a self-scout. That's what they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, guys, why do we suck this bad? They have tons of talent.
Yeah.
They just suck.
They're almost the exact same team as they were last year.
Well, they're missing key pieces, but I agree. Yeah.
What key pieces are they missing, really?
Well, like Pierre-Paul. Okay, I would take him over what Shalenka has given us this year. Bats down so many balls. Used to get picks for us, and you're not running by Pierre-Paul.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, sure.
His long arms, like he's like a
Sure.
sure tackler with one arm, really.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure
But-
tackler. Also, Sue, highly never is like hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Hicks is hurt, so they're really missing him next
Sure.
to Vita Vea.
Yeah.
Rotez is okay, but like, you did not run the ball on the Bucks the last 2 years.
Yeah, I know.
They're running now.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, but those two pieces are like the only thing that you're missing from.
They're like huge pieces.
They're not really, because I mean, JPP was getting older. He wasn't that huge. He wasn't that great last year.
Well, he was injured last year. I agree, but I'm still, you're missing a lot of it, is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I you know.
As a guy who like just follows the team and like watches and can just tell, like, what the hell are we missing? Like, try Shalinka. He's okay. I thought he'd be better.
Sure.
And I didn't even notice Barrett today.
Yeah.
You could have told me he didn't play, and I'd be like, oh, maybe, yeah, you're right.
Probably didn't play. I have no idea.
Because 2 years ago he was awesome. Last year he sucked.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's a strong, but he just wasn't like he wasn't that good. Now
Yeah.
White looks better this year than last year.
Does he?
Super fast. Yeah, he looks better. He does. I wish he would play more better against the pass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Levante David's the coverage linebacker.
Yeah, but I wish like they both could be, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because like when you play teams like Travis Kelce and guys like that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like if White is rushing up the center,
Yeah.
on like a stunt, dude,
Scary.
he's getting to it.
Yeah.
You're done. Anyways, okay. Enough time with that.
Okay.
I can't stomach it. I'm just kidding.
That's all I can do.
All right. Here was a real good game. Bills versus Chiefs.
This was a very good game.
And you know what? I re-listened to the podcast, my preview. I didn't say what score was who. I forget what I said. I think it was like 31, 35. Anyways,
You were obviously talking about the Bills.
I was
winning.
the Bills. I wanted the Bills to win. Yeah.
Of course you were. Yeah.
And you texted me today, basically saying Mahomes is gonna win this game.
Yeah. Yeah. They should have.
And I was I told you I would take Brady losing right now, just for Mahomes to lose.
No.
And thank God, because I'm saying it. There is nobody in the NFL right now as talented as Josh Allen.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes is 100% better than Josh Allen.
No.
He is.
Nope. Guy's
You know?
awesome.
It's fine. Yeah, Pat Mahomes is awesome. Thank you for telling me. You know?
No.
I just, yeah. Josh Allen can't do what Pat Mahomes can do. It's just, it's that simple.
Why can't he?
Because he's not as talented as Pat
Well,
Mahomes.
Mahomes can't do what Josh Allen. Did you see him hurdle the guy today?
I did see him hurdle
Awesome.
the guy today.
I love seeing. And let me tell you,
Yeah.
I used to laugh because I didn't like the Bills. When being a Pats fan,
Sure.
you hate the Bills.
I love
And
the
I think
Bills.
that's where I'm hearing this.
No, I like the Bills. I hate the Jets. The Jets, I hate. Okay.
If Brian's listening, he's probably
Oh,
going like,
yeah. I hate the Jets. All right.
But no, I think the Bills are just so talented. They don't even have Tre'Davious White. When they get him,
Sure.
holy crap! That guy Elap, he's pretty good.
Elam.
Elam. No, Elam.
Oh, yeah. It's Kyair Elam.
Yeah,
you're right.
guy's awesome.
Yeah.
Guy's awesome. And like, man, it's like an embarrassment of riches for Josh Allen. Like, what was that guy, Shakir or something like that?
Yep.
Awesome. Gabriel Davis, I'm telling you, he's hitting
Pretty good.
another level.
Pretty good.
That touchdown catch
Yeah, pretty nice.
was sweet. And them picking off Mahomes was just like gravy.
Yeah. That was.
Oh, he's probably pissed at that.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
yeah,
no one
those-
likes seeing their team.
Those were the two issues. I mean, the interceptions. What
I didn't.
The reason
Kelsey
they
wasn't
lost.
big in this game though.
Kelsey was.
What was his stats on that?
8
game?
for 108.
Let me bring it up too.
He was 8 receptions for 108 yards.
See, I wouldn't even have thought it was that
Well,
much.
I mean, there were
Time of possession was like equal, 31-29
Yeah.
Bills.
there were so many times that
This is like almost an even game right here. Look at this.
Yeah.
26 first down for the Bills, 23 for Kansas City.
Yep.
Except for total yards. The Bills had 443 versus the KC's 387.
Mm-hmm.
Passing yards, 318 for the Bills, 319 for Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Singletary looked good. Early on they were running the ball with great success. Now, Chris Jones was the number one on the preview I mentioned. He's the number one rated defensive player in the league.
Defensive player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget if it was like PFF. I mentioned this. I should have looked it up again. But it was like 90. It was almost a 92 rating.
Yeah, he had a big sack today, too. Yeah. Definitely not a trip. It was 100% a sack.
That was a trip.
Yeah.
That was a trip. No, that was a trip. Are you serious? I texted you, too.
It can't be a trip
They
if it
better
wasn't called
make
on
this
him.
up, is what I was saying. Because it's bullshit. I was like, oh, my God. They just tripped him and they got away with it? Are you kidding me?
It was beautiful.
What else am I gonna say here? Penalties 7 for the Bills, 5 for Kansas City. Even though special teams, the special teams kind of sucked all day.
Yeah, they suck all year.
Which I kind of hate because I don't want them to get rid of special teams. I just wish
They already are.
I know they are. That's what sucks because I like having a good special teams.
Me too.
I wish they didn't start from the 25 too.
So stupid.
They should go back to
20.
Yeah, or 15. Fuck it. Let's
Yeah.
make it. Guys it changes the whole dynamic.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. What else you want to talk about for this game? I mean, I'm just glad Josh Allen won. I think
Yeah,
he's
I mean,
he's MVP.
There's nothing real special. He's not MVP. Mahomes is still having a better year.
No, he's not.
Absolutely. They're probably tied with touchdowns. They're probably pretty close
they probably
with
pretty close.
interceptions.
I think Josh Allen broke a record for because he's had 17 in 6 weeks or something.
Oh, yeah.
Which isn't. I mean, that's not crazy, but
No, it's nothing.
I mean, it's really. I mean, we downplayed the hell out of that, huh?
Well, I mean,
it is
it's
really
great,
good,
but it's not like nothing.
Usually I would imagine you start to go downward because teams in general are getting better. Defenses usually get better by the end of the year.
Think so? I always thought that defenses started off better than offenses did.
You think so?
I think so.
No, I mean, well, maybe because of health.
Yeah.
In a way, but no. All right, so I'll give you you mean like week 1, like preseason, but they start to. I don't know. I feel like once you have so much tape on a team, the defenses make it a lot easier because then they know exactly what they're going for.
Sure.
Like you start to see like the Rams defense last year, or there's just so much tape. I don't know. Like I would even with Brady, I think Brady is a lot harder when they start to know exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like he gets screwed.
Sure. Oh yeah.
But all right.
Yeah. This wasn't that. I mean, it was a good game, but nothing really crazy happened. It was exactly what we expected. A close game, 2 great offenses.
We knew it was gonna be close.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought it was gonna be higher scoring, but
yeah.
Still, no, that's pretty good though.
I want to bring up.
Yeah, go for it.
Before we move on to the Cowboys-Eagles real fast, the Giants. Can we talk about the Giants?
All right, I didn't watch much of the game.
Me neither.
I saw some highlights.
I didn't watch much of the game. I'm not even concerned
you're
about
a Giants
watching
fan now, so
any of the game. We're talking about the game. I'm talking about who thought the Giants would be 5-1 right now.
Oh, nobody.
Nobody. No, I didn't think.
Well, I was high on Dayball.
Oh, I love Dayball. Yeah,
he's a Pats guy too.
Yeah, he came from Pats, Buffalo,
Alabama.
Yep. But boy, the Giants.
You were. I will say this though: you were not a Daniel Jones fan.
I am still not a Daniel Jones fan. I am a Brian Daboll fan.
I will say this: I thought Saquon Barkley was done.
Oh,
if you had asked me before the season, I was like, nah, they should probably trade him.
I'm sure there's so many people.
I didn't think he was going to be this good.
I'm not going to say that I was one of those people, but I didn't think he was going to be as good as he is.
No,
but they must be the surprise. The NFC, there are 3 dominant teams in the NFC right now: the Minnesota Vikings, the New York Giants, and the Philadelphia Eagles. Those 3 teams are the 3 best teams in the NFC. Anything's going to go through them.
See, I think it's Eagles, up space, Cowboys, everybody else.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like they're all kind of grouped in. Like, all right, like if you told me the Bucks are playing them again, can we beat them? I would say yeah.
Who?
The Bucks. The Bucks. If we had to play the Cowboys again, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I would say like, oh yeah, we could beat them.
Sure.
We had to play the Giants. I don't know. I still feel like you could probably beat them.
Sure.
Like they're not like. You're still kind of even.
Why are you disregarding Minnesota?
Because I don't like Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is a great quarterback.
Okay, he looks good until like playoffs or until you need him, and then he sucks. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, it's possible. Yeah, that might be true. But he's a great quarterback.
But like when it's time to perform in the big spotlight, we're not talking regular season. If you're saying regular season, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But when it's time to perform,
when has he had to
he's
perform?
not. You like that? No, I don't like that.
Yeah,
You suck
but when
in
has he had to? He hasn't really been in the playoffs. Because he's in a division with fucking Aaron Rodgers.
Well, this year he's going to have that chance.
He's going to be in the playoffs this year. He's winning that division without any issues.
I actually think the Packers might not. I think
No, it's the Vikings.
Early statement here. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to retire after this year, for sure.
Early statement here. I think Tom Brady is going to retire after this year, too.
I don't know. I don't think he even wanted to be on the Bucs, to be honest with you.
Nah, he didn't. Definitely
I think he wanted to go to another team, and they basically said, "We got your contract, dude." And you know what? I should mention this. He just wanted to spread his salary cap, and they fucked him on that.
Yeah.
That was a salary cap move. He had 1 year,
Mm-hmm.
with a just like a It was just the first year when he signed the 1 year deal. It was like a what do you call those with like the phantom years?
Yeah, avoidable.
Yeah, avoidable years. That's what he had, and that's what it was supposed to be. And they needed to make space, so they made it a 2 year with supposed to be, like a avoidable year.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up having. Now he's like, all right, release me. I would like to go somewhere else. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Yep.
And they're like, no. And of course, I should bring up too. And I know we're making good time. He's getting tons of shit now, and it's going to be a whole media shitstorm this week about going to Robert Kraft's wedding.
Yeah.
And I don't think he actually goes if him and Giselle are still together.
Well, I don't know.
I think she probably, because he missed his 80th birthday party.
Who cares?
That was in the news.
Sure.
It was pretty big, and Kraft was upset about it. Kraft put it in the news.
Sure.
So I think that's a huge deal.
Are you a child? Like, oh, it's my birthday. I need to have you here. I mean, that's just. But I can see my 6-year-old doing that. Like.
Yeah, but like it's basically like your kid not being at your birthday party because Kraft thinks of Brady as family.
I wouldn't want a birthday party if I was 80 years old.
Well, when you're a billionaire, there's nothing. Apparently you have nothing else to do.
I guess so.
What you do.
But,
all right. He's a billionaire. It's a status thing for him.
Sure.
He wants people to come grovel at his feet.
Sure, absolutely.
I imagine that's what it is.
That's just sad. But yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Yeah, he missed his walkthrough too. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? Bowles was asked about that after the game because, like I said, it's going to be a shit show this whole week.
Of course it is.
I'm going to listen to Skip Bayless and them, and they're
so
going to be
excited.
killing them. And then I'm going to be listening to Nick Wright. But I'll get my last laughs because I'll have to hear Nick Wright. I can't wait for that shit because he's going to have to defend Mahomes.
Mm.
Oh, that's going to be glorious. And then Felger and Maz will be downplaying the Pats win.
They will always. That's what they do.
Oh, man.
You know?
Anyways. All right. You okay for Cowboys Eagles now?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get to this. Those Giants. Frauds. Last thing real quick. The Steelers went like 10-0 before they lost like every game. That's what I think of when I think of the Giants.
Yeah, you keep
this shit could
that.
turn south pretty quick.
They play the Bucs this year?
The Giants? No, I don't believe so.
That's too bad.
But do
the Eagles play the
Eagles have to play them twice. They're in the same division.
No. Do the Eagles play the Bucs?
Oh. I don't know. Let me check right now. Let me pop it up right now.
It's
give me your thoughts on the Cowboys Eagles.
Yeah, no, it went exactly how I thought. I'm so happy. I mean, I think you were one of them talking about Cooper Rush. They don't need to bring Dak Prescott back. He's better than Dak Prescott. Kind of like the whole Bailey Zappi thing.
All right, did you just watch the first half?
Dude, Cooper Rush was dog crap.
Dude, he was coming back.
He was coming back.
Yeah, he actually looked pretty good. And then
he was 18 for 30. He had a 42% completion percentage.
Now look, I actually do like Rush. I mentioned this in my last in my preview. I do like Rush.
Uh-huh.
He looked pretty good. You know who the happiest person was before halftime in that whole stadium?
Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott.
Why the hell shouldn't
and
he be?
I'm thinking, fuck, we gotta bring this guy back.
He still is.
I'm not even a Cowboys fan, but I think Rush is better.
He's not.
He is.
I will die on this mountain.
Okay,
that
so you know what
Dak
I'll
Prescott is a top 7 quarterback in the league.
Maybe he could be.
But you think Rush is a top 7 quarterback?
No, I just no. At the same time, put it this way.
Okay.
No, let me. All right.
Yeah.
I'll say this: if he comes back and looks awesome, I'm gonna be like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what he looks like in practice,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want him to be the same guy we saw week 1.
the same guy we saw week 1 with the Bucs team that was probably projected to have the best defense in the league. They were.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'll say this: they play up. They do play up. They play up to their competition, and you don't want to. You don't. I'm questioning whether Dak's hand was hurt before that game.
It wasn't.
But you don't. You know when the. This is why I get so frustrated with the Bucs too, because like when they need to play up or there's a big game, like they'll start to do it.
Sure.
Like even they were coming back against Kansas City, and it's like all of a sudden they couldn't score anything. Kansas City's killing them, and they start scoring a bunch of points. It's what drives me crazy, but it's possible. You never know.
Yeah.
I just want to be the rush. I'd love to stick with the guy who's basically undefeated until tonight.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
He was 5-0.
Sure.
Starting.
Yeah.
That's why that's the same thing with Zappy. Until this guy loses, I'd like to just keep him in.
Why?
Because the other guy's hurt. There was a 4 to 6 week timeline with Dak. I think it's hitting like 4 weeks. Well, it's 4 weeks. 4 weeks from his surgery.
5 weeks
from his surgery. Yeah.
Did he have his surgery the day after he got hurt?
I don't think he did.
I think
he had it on Monday, right?
Yeah, he had the Monday.
You're right. It was a Sunday night game.
Yeah,
wasn't
the day
it?
after.
Right. All right. So even then, like, why wouldn't you wait for like week 6, week 8?
Because he's your best shot at winning. You're now third. You're now third in your division.
Oh,
the Eagles.
The Giants are
the Eagles
5-1.
Eagles are dominant right now. The Giants are 5-1.
All right, I see a little bit into what you're saying.
Yeah, you need Dak Prescott to come back.
You're not going to worry about Washington.
You're not worrying about.
If you look at the Eagles' schedule, honestly, I think they could win the whole year. They could have like an undefeated season, for Christ's sake.
Well, they could lose to the Giants a couple times.
All right, so they got the Steelers next. Win. No, I said that against the Bucs too.
Saying that against the.
I know. Then they get the Texans.
Win.
Commanders.
Win.
Colts. That might be their hardest game.
No.
That might be their hardest game only because if the Colts line starts playing good and Jonathan Taylor is healthy, they could control that game.
Matt Ryan is such.
Okay, then they have the Packers.
Win.
Titans.
Yeah, that would probably be a bit tougher.
That's it.
The Giants twice, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, you're missing a ton of games right now.
I'm sorry. Then the Giants, Bears, Cowboys.
Yeah. And Giants again somewhere.
Actually, aren't they playing the Saints? No, they play the Saints. Nope. That's Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they play the Saints. Saints and then the Giants again. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
It was confusing me because it said 2023, but it's because obviously in January. But anyways, the Saints will be a hard game.
Yeah, Saints are always tough.
Only because that line is really good.
Yep.
So they won't have Sanders.
They're not going undefeated. They're not.
They'll lose somewhere. But
Absolutely.
They're going to be like a
14-3.
Really? You think they got 3 losses in there? They're undefeated now.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think they're losing losses. 3 times.
2 to the Giants. Giants are going 16-1. You know. they lost their only game.
What made me think of, like, you keep talking to the Giants, the only way I see the Bucs going anywhere is if they have like a wild card, like a Giants, both their Super Bowls, their wild card, they sneak in and then they start playing good just because they play like shit the whole year.
I won't be surprised if they don't win their division. The Bucs.
They'll win their division.
The Falcons are starting to play pretty good.
Nah, they'll crap.
They just pretty good against the number 1 defense in the league. They just saying 28 points against the 49ers.
The 49ers have underperformed in my case so far.
But they're the number 1 defense in the league. I'm just saying.
Still, I don't think that. I think they're not. I told you there's like 1 tier. All right, how about this for the sake because I'll be nice. There's 2 NFC East, right?
Yeah.
NFC East. Both those teams, the Giants and the Eagles, and then everybody else is in one big group who's besides like Commanders, who's in like the shit group.
Commanders, Bears.
Yeah, Bears.
Because they just lost to the Commanders. Yeah, so there's no way they can't be underneath the Commanders.
I don't know. I don't have any faith in Wentz.
I don't either.
Horrendous.
But how can you have faith in Justin Fields?
Well, he's still athletic. I don't know. Like I actually like the Bears defense.
I don't know why.
I know. But there's some crap teams. Like I will say this: I have no faith in the Saints. Are going nowhere. They're just a really hard team to beat, especially for the Bucs.
That's one thing.
But okay, so it's Cowboy Eagles. So my thoughts in this game are Dallas sucked early on, and it was like 20-0, 23,
20-3. Halftime.
20-3. But then they really started to. I don't know if someone was screaming in their locker room, but their line was getting pressure. They were moving upfield. Zeke looked awesome.
Yeah, he did.
Pollard didn't look as good, but Zeke was hitting guys. He looked like Leonard Fournette, just a bruiser.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brown. I think that should have been a touchdown catch.
CD Lamb?
No, Brown in the corner of the end zone. Noah Brown with the ass cheek.
Oh, I thought that was CD Lamb.
No, I think that was Noah Brown.
Okay.
You can
both
look it
have
up
they both have the same hair, so it's
it's tough. I know.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest with you, don't they? Noah Brown, wouldn't you say just by you saying that Noah Brown's pretty talented?
Yeah, but he's been around for a long time. This is like his 5th year in the league.
Yeah, but he's a stud.
No, he's not a stud.
He got no targets with Dak.
Yeah, rightfully so.
The guy looks awesome.
He doesn't look awesome.
Oh my god. But anyway, so I think that should have been a touchdown catch.
Yeah, I will.
I mean, you get your ass cheeked there. What do you need? You need the full thing there? I don't get it.
Absolutely. I don't get it either. That should have been a touchdown. Yeah.
And he still had a foot there tapped and then fell out. So it's come on, man.
A knee down is equal to 2 feet. Why isn't a butt cheek down equal to 2 feet as well? I don't get it.
Yeah. Or it's partial.
Yeah.
It's how come you can't have a is a heel equal to 2 toes?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, you need both of them to contact.
But no, if you get a toe and a heel and your toes are in the air above the white chalk.
Can your heels touch first and then your toes come down?
Yeah.
And then what if the toes come down on the white?
I don't think it really matters. They came down in the field of play before anything else. It should be the only thing that matters.
I don't know. There's just a bunch of plays like this that drive me crazy.
There's so many.
Like the Devontae Adams last week. I'm like, come on, man. If we were playing pickup ball, that would have been a touchdown. I mean, that would have been a catch on the sideline for them to win it.
Oh, sure.
That I would have said that's a catch.
Sure.
It's just crazy. It barely moved in his hand a little bit.
I don't remember that one so much.
That was on the sideline at the end of the game. He basically.
I just don't remember the ball. On how much it moved or anything.
So he caught it, right?
Mm-hmm.
With one hand. It just moved in his hand a little bit. He never really lost possession of it.
Mm-hmm.
So and then he picked that foot up as it was moving slightly.
Oh, I do remember.
Tapped his other foot, and it's dude, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's this kind of shit that this gets a little crazy with.
But he didn't have possession.
Or even okay, so I want to bring this up too, and I know we're kind of going back on. So sorry, Cowboys and Eagles fans. Hey, I don't care whatever I've mentioned this before, but if we get any kind of following, any teams that you guys like, we will watch the games on whatever fan is following us.
Mm-hmm. And we'll be fans too.
Unless we get a ton where we can't watch them, we'll do our best. Fantasy players too. The Browns catch. I'm sorry, the Browns special teams with the onside kick.
Oh boy,
that was fucking bullshit, dude.
I don't think so,
dude.
Don't touch the ball. If you're out of bounds, don't touch the ball. Do you not remember?
Actually, they kind of had a fucking image that was all blurry a little bit too, and they like the guy's hand looked like it could have been there, but
sure,
he didn't have possession of it.
No, but he touched the ball. You don't remember those things like Randall Cobb?
No, I do remember.
Or Ty Montgomery, where he's laying down out of bounds and he touches the ball
to get it the 40.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's it's the smart thing to do when you're recovering it, but now it's it was the right call. That's not.
Ugh.
Yeah, not in my opinion.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's just I don't think that was in the spirit of what they were trying to do.
Well, I mean,
but
it was the right call.
I think Slay looks awesome, by the way.
Who?
Slay.
Oh, Darius Slay.
Oh my God. Between him and Bradbury.
Yeah.
Well, Bradbury was everywhere tonight.
What a piece of shit Bradbury is. Can I tell you that? He was on the Giants last year. Not fucking good. Okay. And then you go
Moves
to
into the conference.
And then you go to the Eagles and you're like, oh, let me be like a fucking top cornerback in the league now. Get the fuck out of here.
Gripes of a Giants fan.
Yeah, well,
Wait, the Giants are awesome now without him. So what do you worry about?
Sure, yeah. I'm not,
They're only that one loss more.
But still, get the heck out of here, guys.
Hey, I mean, the Eagles just look awesome. They just move the ball so damn efficient too.
Well, they run the ball so good.
Hey, what tree did he come out of? The
Sirianni?
Yeah,
I have no fucking idea.
But where did this guy come from?
I have no idea. I don't even.
All of a sudden, he looks like Sean McVay out there.
It's crazy.
Like, I'll tell you what, we faced them in the playoffs last year with the Bucs. This guy was like nothing. It was like when we faced Washington.
Yeah.
I wasn't worried.
No idea where he came from.
Even Hurts. Hurts looks like a whole different person.
Yeah, he looks pretty good.
Before he was like
he's not forcing the ball into mistakes. He's not throwing the ball great.
No,
but when
he
is
never
throwing
threw
the ball
like he was throwing it right now.
it's true.
No, he was more of like I don't want to get this crazy about it, but like Cam Newton or like Cam Newton, like where he just like throws it but it doesn't come out that good. You know what I mean?
Well, he's not good as a thrower. He's Lamar Jackson light. He's
Okay.
not as good of a runner as Lamar Jackson.
A very good comparison.
And he's not as good of a thrower as Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson's come a long way now.
Absolutely.
But you remember the first year
Mm-hmm.
he was in the league, or first 2 years, year and a half? That's what Hurts looked like the past 2 years.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he looks like just still way better.
Yeah. I mean, granted, now
He's
he
got
does have
better
AJ,
weapons. Devontae Smith. And
AJ Brown.
Yeah, so I
So,
hear that.
Yeah.
And Sanders is moving the ball.
Yeah, he's
Their line's moving. I mean, Kelsey made that fuck up today.
the game was over at that point, though.
No, I know, yeah.
Yeah.
But there was still a 9-point swing where, and you know what? It was 9 points with Cowboys having the ball like 2 more times.
Yeah.
Like they could have fucked that up.
Sure.
And they didn't really seal the deal until that interception.
Yeah.
If you ask me. But anyways, that was it was still a good game. We had a lot of good games today.
Absolutely.
I mean, I would love for this to be the case every weekend.
Absolutely. Bucks lose every weekend.
No, Oh, Mahomes lose every weekend? No, you're right. Maybe that would be nice.
Yes.
Brady's won enough. That's what I always say. It's my one get out card when like I get shit from people is like, oh, you can't win them every year.
There
Fine now.
you go.
Even though this is an off year, Brady usually wins every other.
Well, he didn't win last year, so this is the year he should be winning.
That's right. That's why I think he's gonna have to pull something out. He does notoriously with the Pats also, and notoriously they start slow. So I'm
This isn't
hoping
the start no more. This is the middle. This is no longer the start.
Well, it's good. It's week 6. I got you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm just
I think that's why he's bitching everyone else out because it's not really his problem.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so what do we got for the Monday night game? I gotta look at this real quick. NFL scores. Let's see. Because I want to preview the Monday night game. I saved
Broncos,
it.
Chargers.
Broncos and Chargers. Is Herbert healthy yet?
I have no idea. Boy, let me tell you, if there's not the most disappointing division in football, it's the
that one.
AFC West.
Yeah. Well, the Raiders are like 5 or 6 plays from being like perfect.
Huh?
No, the Raiders are in like every game and they fuck it up every time.
Well, yeah, because they're fuck-ups.
No, but I'm saying like they're not as bad. Like literally, no, they're not as bad as if they just would fucking take advantage of their opportunity. Like okay, so against Kansas City, they gave it to you by going for 2 points. Why don't you just kick the field goal and go into overtime? You just stopped them. What are you worried about? Okay, and then Hunter Renfrow and Devonta. Oh, well, that other catch happened where they didn't give it to him, and then they had to go back and do it again. Then it's 4th down, right?
Yep.
And they run into each other, and it's like, dude, you got one yard.
Yeah.
Why are you going for 30 yards down the field? You're going for a kill shot. It's like, no, you're an idiot. No, this is where I like Brady. He goes for the 1 yard. You go for the 1 yard because it's a lot easier to get 1 yard.
Sure.
You don't go for this long. Like, first off, even if Renfrow didn't hit him, people were talking like, oh, Devontae Adams is going to catch it. I don't know about that.
We don't know. How can you say that? You know?
Yeah, and I like Skip Bayless. He tweeted out that Devontae Adams is killing 2 teams.
The Packers and the Broncos. Yeah.
No, the Raiders.
Oh yeah, that's it. The Raiders.
Sorry,
I pulled up the Broncos. That's why I was.
All right, so the Broncos versus the Chargers. 2-3 Broncos versus 3-2 Chargers. Chargers are underperforming. They've got to get shit together.
So bad.
I mean,
that's why I'm saying, like, you know, we thought the Broncos were going to be good. We thought the Raiders were going to be good. We thought the Chargers were going to be better than they are. Because, I mean, they're still okay. They're not, like, but they are not playing the way that they should be.
So I'll give you some stats.
Yeah, give me some stats.
The points per game, the Broncos are averaging 15, and Chargers are averaging 24.5. The Broncos are averaging 343 yards. And I'll get more on that. I'll give you more details here. for the yards per game, 390 for the Chargers. Now, if you look at the Broncos, see how they're only averaging 15 points per game? That's because they go for it on like every fucking fourth down.
Yeah.
And it's so annoying.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, they're like the Lions against the Pats.
Stupid.
Where just take what you're, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it's because week 1, wasn't it week 1 where they got shit for going for the field goals?
When they didn't call timeout and stuff, you know.
Yeah, after like a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
It's
waited
crazy.
like the whole 40 seconds. And
Yep.
you're like, Peyton Manning was having like an aneurysm.
He called timeout like 50 times. Yeah.
Every second. He was,
Called timeout.
oh, man. And I think, who was the guest that night for them? Shannon Sharp.
Oh, was it?
I think
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp
Yeah.
was the guest, and he's, Bronco.
Yep.
Anyways, so let's see. Opponents' yards per game. So the Broncos' opponents are getting 289 yards a game, and the Chargers, their defense should be so much better than this. 368 yards they're averaging.
Well, I do know Joey Bosa has been hurt, a couple games now, but still, Khalil Mack now,
Yeah.
J.C. Jackson.
Now J.C. Jackson
Derwin
looks
James.
slightly better, but he has.
Not-
I always thought he was overrated. He's just an interception machine.
I always thought he was overrated.
We're like two Pats guys kind of
Yeah,
going like.
I
mean, he's not a top end corner, but
No.
he's below top end.
Yeah. There's one thing that
So
Bill Belichick
I
has.
still liked Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
I wish they never got rid of him.
Sure. But I'm just saying, Bill
I
Belichick,
wanted the Bucks to get him.
he is so good at finding cornerbacks and then making them look awesome.
Yeah.
Especially undrafted cornerbacks. Malcolm Butler looked awesome with Bill Belichick. J.C. Jackson, awesome with Bill Belichick. Look at these two rookies. They
Wow.
basically had two rookies playing, outside quarterback today. They both looked awesome. Marcus Jones and Jack Jones. Yeah, they looked awesome.
Yeah, Jack Jones didn't have an interception this week, right?
No.
He had like a streak going there.
No, yeah.
Um,
Almost did in the end zone. He almost had a nice interception, but didn't get it.
so what do you think's gonna happen with this game?
Yeah, Chargers are going to win.
Dude, the Broncos have so many penalties. Look at this. 44
I'm not
penalties.
surprised.
First 25 for the Chargers.
Yeah.
335 penalty yards.
I mean, Nathaniel Hackett, he came from the Packers. I don't know. Get rid of the guy. I don't think
Did he even call plays there, though?
I have no idea.
Like, wasn't it?
I think LaFleur was the play
LaFleur?
caller.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur.
I have no idea. But why did he get a job? And why is he keeping
It's
his job
because
now?
they want. It's because all these teams are going for like that offensive system.
Sure.
You know.
But I mean, it's not working for him right now. It's sad. And Russell Wilson, I was a huge fan of Russell Wilson. He's done.
I think he's done too.
Get off the field, dude. He just signed a big contract though, right?
Yeah, like 250 million.
I mean,
No, yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
They're gonna. Oh my god,
They wasted their
They're
money there.
regretting so bad.
Yeah.
Whoever did that is getting fired. They might even get beat up.
John
They
Elway.
might like pay more money
It's
to
John
get
Elway.
his ass
You're gone.
kicked.
I mean, he's never going to go anywhere because he's.
I thought he already moved up in the organization.
Yeah, it was because he was being so bad at a GM, they had to move him away from that. And
So I will say this: I actually thought Wilson was going to be
me
good
too.
because he has that it factor
Yeah.
that I always thought. Like like the whole reason that even the Patriots faced the Seahawks
Mm-hmm.
in 2014 is because he had he pulled it out of his ass for that touchdown when the Packers defense completely imploded.
Yeah, yeah. He was always awesome. Could always do something amazing. But yeah, no, Chargers win.
I think the Chargers win
27-14.
27-14.
Mhm.
Really, you think that big of a discrepancy? Something tells me it's gonna be a low scoring game. 17-14 Chargers.
There you go. Yep.
I will say
Keenan Allen back yet?
week 7.
Week 7?
So next week. Which that'll help them a lot.
Absolutely.
I mean, that will completely change them. I bet.
Absolutely.
Sean Payton. Sean Payton's I don't know why this is a thing. I guess he came out and basically was saying that he wants to, if that job opens up, he wants the Chargers job.
Oh yeah? They're
Yeah.
going to open up.
Yeah, you never know. It
Brandon
seems like
Staley's playing.
they're 3-2. They lose tomorrow, then they're 3-3.
Brandon Staley's a good head coach. Just saying.
He came from LaFleur, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he like LaFleur's defensive coordinator?
No, he was a defensive coordinator for the Rams or the 49ers.
I think it was the Rams.
It must have been the Rams.
I mean, they all might have came from the 49ers.
Oh,
at some
Robert
point.
Saleh was from the 49ers, so he came from the Rams.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Robert Sala. Yeah. The
Mhm.
Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
So.
And he was. I mean, both highly coveted guys.
Mm-hmm.
But still, you never know. If they underperform like this, they have the talent. They're not
Sure.
going to get rid of any of the talent. They're going to get rid of the coach.
Sure, absolutely.
Especially, I'm surprised they got Mac Jones so cheap. I mean, Khalil Mack so cheap.
Was it cheap though?
Yeah, I thought so.
I don't
The Bears are awesome without him too.
No, the Bears.
Well, I just meant like there's. When I watch the Bears, they still get the same amount of pressure with or without him.
No.
Oakland misses Mac,
Who did they play?
but they get such a bounty for him.
Yeah, they did. The Bears don't miss him.
But then again, what they drafted like Ruggs. Ruggs is gone.
Gone.
That sucks. I hate
So
when
sad.
players do that.
Yeah, what a
But-
piece of shit. You know, like I don't need to go on a tangent with Ruggs. Fuck that guy.
All
all I
right.
can say.
Anyways, let's end this on a good note, huh?
Yeah, all right. sounds good.
All right. So thanks for joining us. Please catch us out on YouTube. RSS feed has been updated, so you can check us out on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, any of your podcast resources. So we'll see you probably on Saturday. So check us out then before the games start on Sunday, and have a good week.